What's going on, brothers? It is your dude, International Passport, here again for yet another classic live stream. First and foremost, can you brothers hear me? How's my audio? Press a 1 in the chat if my audio is loud and clear. How's my audio, brothers? How's my audio? Shout out to Field View. Shout out to Mike Sufront, Nate Kelly. Press a 1 in the chat if you can hear me over there. Let's make sure the technical side of things are okay before I speak any further on this topic. Press a 1 in the chat right now, brothers. Thank you to Field View. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, bro. Mike Baller, thank you. I think we're good. Fantastic. Brothers, get the likes up, brothers. That'll be fantastic. House of Lamar, I see you, bro. Thank you. Uh, what's up, brothers? I want to say a huge shout out to my old subscribers for supporting the channel over the past 5-7 years. Thank you very much, brothers. And welcome aboard the new subscribers. You can see there's a lot of new faces here. So welcome aboard to the International Passport Movement. We welcome you with open arms. It's a movement for every intelligent brother to get beautiful women and increase their wealth. Please hit the super chats, brothers, hit the cash apps, and of course, please join the Patreon. The Patreon is amazing, so please join the Patreon. The Patreon is pinned to the live stream chat. Shout out to Justin Wilson, House of Lamar, Mike Baller. What's up, you brothers? What's up, Justin Wilson? I see you, brother. That's a brother right there. I appreciate you, Justin. Thank you, bro. So, brothers, tonight we'll be speaking about Cubana woman. Now, if you want to know the explicit part about Cuban women, join the Patreon. Me and the brother Christopher did a recording for the Patreon, so you can know all the intel you need about Cuban women explicitly and X-rated only on the Patreon. So we'll be speaking about Cuban women tonight. Christopher, how you doing, brother? You're on mute, bro.
All right, sorry about that. Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Better, bro. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How are you guys doing? Hello to the listeners.
Fantastic, bro. Do you mind introducing yourself, Christopher, who you are, where you live, where you're from in Canada, and we'll go on from there.
My name is Chris. I live and work in Toronto. I'm currently in Toronto right now due to the COVID traveling restrictions. I currently work in like IT. I'm in my 30s, so there you go.
Fantastic. Thank you, bro. The brothers in IT as well, and that funds his travels. I want to get you brothers into IT, so please join the Patreon. We have the explicit version of this stream only on the Patreon. So please join the Patreon if you want to have that intel. So let's get straight into it, brothers. Christopher, so you travel to Cuba quite frequently. Where do you normally travel to, brother? I'm guessing, is it the capital or is it some other city?
I go to the capital, which is Havana. I stay sometimes, usually in an Airbnb, or we rent out. If there's enough of us, we rent out a house.
Fantastic, bro. Shout out to Jonathan Hahn. What's up, brother? I see you, bro. Shout out to Jonathan Hahn. Shout out to Ronald Taylor. I see you, brother. Jonathan Hahn, a new Patreon member. Looking forward to speaking to you about IT, brother. Shout out to Nate Kelly for the £2.06 cash app. Support the channel, brothers. He said, yes, indeed. I appreciate you, Nate Kelly. Brothers, please support the channel. Hit the super chats, hit the Patreon, etc., etc. So this is fantastic, brother. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're normally in Havana, the capital, which is
correct.
fantastic. So my first question to you, brother, is: are the women in Cuba checking heavy for brothers?
For brothers, there are some brothers there. There are black brothers there because it is a Caribbean island. So you do have brothers there. They're mainly checking for foreigner brothers, foreigners of any type, mainly Americans from the Americas, Canadians, Americans, Europeans. They want to experience the lifestyle of people from outside the country. And
Okay, so you're telling me that they're mostly checking for foreign brothers, so American brothers and UK brothers and Canadian brothers
yeah,
will do well in Cuba.
yeah, they would do well in Cuba.
Okay, this is great so far, brother. Um, so I want you now, brother, to break down for me the demographics of women in Cuba. Will I only find the mixed race, brown skin Cuban women? Will I find white women there? Will I find Russian women there? Asian women there? Break down the demographics of women there. We'll find there, bro.
Well, from the beginning when I went to started going to Cuba, it was just like mainly the mixed kind of Latinas, Cuban women. So basically like a brownish skin, uh, about like maybe around 5 foot. But now it seems like they have a bigger immigration flux. They have a Chinese community. They have a growing Russian community. So you do have the opportunity of running into many different types of women there that are local
Okay,
to Cuba.
okay, this is great. And speak about Russian women, right? We'll find that there as well in Cuba.
Yeah, you can find that in Cuba and some of the more upscale areas. You know, obviously they're from Russia, so they don't come there broke, so they have some money to live in like the nicer areas.
Okay, brother, this is great so far. Um, is every demographic of women there racially, are they all checking for foreign brothers? So are the Russian women checking for foreign brothers? Are the mixed race women checking for foreign brothers? Are the Chinese women, etc., checking for us foreign brothers?
Well, a lot of them are there just to enjoy their vacation, right? Some of them are not there looking for anybody. Sorry, a lot of them are just there on vacation. The Russian ones, but the locals who are like born there and live there every day, every year, they are looking for foreign people. They are looking for opportunities to meet new people, experience life, maybe travel out if they can get a visa. If the person that they meet does have the ability to get them a visa, it is kind of possible you can get a visa for somebody. So yeah,
Okay,
you do have the opportunity. You do have the chance of meeting some women who are there looking for new friends, or just looking for like somebody who's not local, someone different.
this is great, bro. How do the Russian, Latina, Cuban women treat foreign brothers? Are they checking for brothers? Because that Russian Latina mix, or even Russian women there, that that's a bit intriguing to us brothers.
Well, it really depends on like what their situation is. If they're foreigners, then they're probably not. They're just there to enjoy their time. If they're locals, I haven't really run into too many locals because with the typical times I'm out is during the day when most people are working, and then on the weekends or at late at night when I'm at the club scene. There are different clubs in different areas now where you can go clubbing and you can meet different women. So it is kind of difficult to meet them if unless you know where to go and look. If
Okay,
that helps you out.
thank you, bro. But you've dealt with Russian women yourself there in Cuba, right?
I've met some. I met some at the hotel parties. I met some just shopping in some of the finer boutiques, looking for beach wear, so I can hit the beach. Lounge wear, so I can chill by the pool, and the hotel I was staying at. So yeah, I have met some.
Okay, thank you, brother. I want to now ask you about prostitution. I know Cuba is a poor country. Therefore, is prostitution a problem there in Cuba?
Uh, Well, in the first couple years I was going, it was a problem, and then now it's not really that much of a problem. Now they kind of crack down on it. You no longer see like a road or a strip along the major roads where the women just line up and then they just hang out with friends or with their buddies, and then they just talk to guys randomly, right? So it's no longer like that. Yeah, generally, if you do run into a prostitute, you're gonna typically figure it out really quick because she's gonna be with someone, a guy, and then she's not gonna really be talking. It's the guy who's gonna be doing all the talking, and then they're gonna be kind of really adamant about leaving the place and going back to your place, and then chilling and drinking and smoking. It's just gonna be the girls, but you could figure it out if you ever ran into a prostitute before. Uh, you'll understand that this is a prostitute that you're talking to, a pro.
Okay, thank you, bro. And brothers, get the likes up, please, and let's get some super chats flowing in and some cash chats flowing in to support what I do. That'd be greatly appreciated. Please support me. It's very important that you support me in this passport journey. I'm doing my best to give you brothers all the intel you need. So please support me as you would do to for other content creators. Support me, brothers. Thank you. All right. So great answers so far, brother. Um, Let me ask you this. Me, if I was to come down there as a foreign brother, right, who would I get the most play from out of all demographics of women there in Cuba? Would it be the mixed race black woman? Would it be the black woman? Or would it be the white woman that I'll be getting the most play from out there in Cuba?
It really depends on where the areas you chill in. There, if you hang out in like some of the richer, finer areas, you will run into nothing but the whiter Latinas. But if you go to the hood, like if you go to some of the outside neighborhoods, you will run into like the mixed. Sorry, you will run into like the mixed or the darker Latina women, and there's no difference really between them. Uh, they all have Latin roots. It's not the typical women that you would run into in your area wherever country city you live in. They have different attitudes. They all have the same attitudes. They all treat you the same. They all treat you well, and it really depends on what kind of woman you're looking for. Whether you're looking for a white one or the darker sisters, really, it's really up to you. But everyone's gonna treat you basically about the same.
Okay, so let's say I go to the upscale areas, that you're saying that I will come across the white Latina woman. Will they give me play?
Yeah, they will give you play. As long as you act like a normal individual. You don't bring like any kind of weird gangster and thug shit into their lifestyle.
No swearing,
Uh,
brother.
oh, my
No
bad.
worries, bro.
Uh, yeah, if you don't bring any of that kind of gangster stuff into their life or into the area, you shouldn't have any problems. Because there are a lot of tourists who do go out there, act like that they're the biggest thugs that they'll ever meet in their lives. They try to get violent with some of the women. It's not a good situation. It's not a good scene. It's something that you would want to avoid because when they have different types of police out there, they're called military police. So when you go, if you get arrested, unfortunately, you will hit jail, and then it will be maybe weeks before you even get to talk to a lawyer or the embassy, somebody at the embassy.
Okay, brother. Now let me flip it back to me coming through the hood. You telling me that that's where the darker skin Cubans are, some mixed race Cuban women, black women. Will they give me play in the hood? These women.
Yeah, yeah, they will. I mean, you're a foreigner. You're coming through. You're acting nice. You come in educated or respectful towards them and their lifestyle, and you just treat them fairly, and then you should have no problems.
Thank you, bro. If you have any questions, you must cash app or super chat your questions. So Snake Eyes, cash app or super chat your questions, okay? And I'll get the guests to answer it for you. All right, thank you. So, brother, let me now mix up a bit. So I'm guessing there's middle class there's a middle class environment there in Cuba, right? So I know the hood is where darker skinned Cubans reside. Upscale areas are where white Cubans reside. What about like right in the middle class? Who resides in those areas?
The middle class is just a mix. Might have the white Latinas, and then you might have the darker darker sisters, and then you might have the mix, the ones that look like they have like a heavy tan. They could be like from maybe from Portugal or from one of the darker countries, like maybe the Caribbean, another Caribbean island.
Okay.
They'll be in the middle class areas, and they all treat you the same. Unless you run into some of the ones that are bent on like looking for money. I guess you would call them gold diggers. So if you run into these kind of girls, then it's just better to walk away from them because they're just typically a waste of time, and you don't know what kind of friends they have, who their boyfriend, husband is, the brothers are, and who they're connected to. So you don't really want to get yourself into any of those kind of situations.
Okay. Great so far, brother. So in this middle area, are the women also checking for brothers there too?
In the
Well,
middle, sorry, in the
in
middle
the
class neighbor,
yes.
yeah, they look for anybody, anybody who treats them well, is able to live their life and is not really focused on heavy partying because even though it is like a fairly poorish country, they do party a lot, so a lot of the women are not really into that with their guys. So if you're really focused on your life and making decisions and making movements to improve yourself and improve the people and help the people around you, yeah, you would meet some decent women. And
This
it's
is
always good to, if you're trying to meet like those decent women, it's always good to hang out like certain areas like the schools, the universities, places like that. You can always meet people like that, coffee shops near any educational place.
this is very great intel so far, bro. Um, Shout out to Jonathan Hahn. What's up, Jonathan Hahn, a Patreon member? Thank you, bro, for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, brother, for your support. Brothers, can we please follow his lead and send in a couple super chats, some cash apps? Make sure you join the Patreon if you want to hear the explicit X-rated version of this stream as to how Cuban women get down in the bedroom, what you need to do. Okay, please support the channel. Thank you, brothers. Um, so going on to my next question, bro. Would I also meet expats there in Cuba? And did they give you brothers play when you're out there in Cuba?
Expats, yeah, you will meet some expats. They don't live in the downtown core because the downtown core still suffers from the Cuban invasion from the U.S. So some of it is still kind of bombed and destroyed. Some areas, not very close to the downtown core, but if you walk around, you'll see some areas that just basically look like it went through a war, and those are the areas that it hasn't been able to fix up yet. Um,
Okay, thank you, bro. Shout out to Born Again Daily Rising for the $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, bro. That's love right there, brother. Peace, fam. Missed you last night, but Def watched the video on Aruba. Great to be here. Great to see you here again, Born Again Daily Rising. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Means a lot to me, man. Much love to you and Jonathan Hahn. Brothers, please follow the leads, hit the super chats, hit the cash app, join the Patreon. Your support is greatly appreciated and needed for me to push on in this international passport movement. Okay, I appreciate you, brothers. Thank you, man. Much love. Next question for you, brother, is feminism. Is feminism a problem amongst Cuban women?
Well, what do you mean feminism? Like the headstrong women who will
Yeah,
fight you?
yes, independent, don't need no man, headstrong, um, worships Cardi B and all that BS, right? Is that a problem amongst Cuban women? Are they feminist?
Well, I mean, feminists like hardcore feminists. No, I didn't really run into them. I've been going to Cuba for maybe 10 years, almost every year, sometimes 3 times a year. You will run into women who are very confident and self-assured. They'll know what they want and what they want in their man and how they want to be treated. Situations like that you'll run into, or women you would run into, but you're not going to run into a type of woman who is just going to treat you like shit because you're a man, and because another guy treated her like shit before. She's assuming, oh, sorry about the
Yeah,
swearing, that she treated her badly before, that you're going to treat her badly again because all men act the same. You don't really run into that too many of those. There's not too many. Cuba does have a high education rate, so most women there who act like that, you won't typically meet them around, walking around, talking to random guys. It's the women who are just confident and self assured and who just want to meet new people and have fun and make friends. Those are the people you'll meet. They're usually between maybe 19 to like 32.
Okay, thank you, brother. I want to pivot back to the expat point there. So I had to ask you one more question there regarding expats. What kind of expats did you see there in Cuba, and did you smash a few of those expats? You know, were they community property, etc., etc.?
I know where the areas where the expats live. They usually live outside of the city, like a distance from the downtown core, like the or in the or sorry, in the outer cities like Hooligan or um, Veradero, areas where the language barrier is not too high. Because there are like certain areas where you may go into Cuba where they don't speak Spanish. Sorry, they don't speak English. So the outer tourist areas is where you're gonna find most of the expats. And no, I didn't really go for the expats because I wasn't there for expats. And
Okay,
I did learn Spanish. You can learn Spanish off of YouTube. Just listen to all the classes. You can do it. You can listen to the classes when you're doing push-ups or just working out or doing something that doesn't is not like involving studying for another thing that will preoccupy your mind. Like even if you're gaming, if you're a gamer,
okay,
just
thank
game
you,
and listen to Spanish
okay,
classes.
thank you, brother. Next question is, are Cuban women good looking? So let's focus on the face first, and we do the body after. Facially, are they good looking facially? Are they cute? Are they dimes? Go on, bro.
Yeah, they are good looking because in that area they don't really get the opportunity to um, just lie around and just play on their game, like watch TV and sit around and do nothing. In Cuba, you always have to stay active in order to make money and have a good life. It's really hot in most places because of it's like old world. There's no air conditioning in most places unless you buy like an air conditioning unit. So most people are just walking around, staying fit. Their faces, yeah, you may get some women, Latinas with some sunburns, or darker skin, but it's a Caribbean country. You're not gonna get like pale white Latina women. You're gonna get a fair skin with a physically fit body and a decent face from like maybe like a 5 to a 10. There are like a lot of models out there who like to hang out in Cuba, live in Cuba. So yes, our Cuban women are attractive.
Okay. So who is the most attractive out of all the races of women out there in Cuba? Is it the mixed race Cuban woman? Is it the black Cuban woman? Or is it the white Cuban woman? Who's the most attractive there?
I haven't seen too many of the darker sisters for the Latina women, so I can't really comment on them. I did meet one on my last trip. One was an older one. She was like 40, 50, but she did look good. I saw pictures of her when she was younger. She did look good, but she was like, again, in her late 40s. And then the next one I met, she was attractive, but she didn't really have good teeth. I'm not sure why, but the most attractive ones that I did meet were the fair skinned ones. One, because they're always doing things in their life, improving their lives by like going to work and going to school, and all that involves going outside and being out in the sun. Usually, when you meet the fair skinned ones, that they're usually they have money, and then they're kind of difficult to deal with because they're kind of bougie. If I'm pretty sure everybody knows that word and how those women act. So
Okay.
the best women I got for attention from were the mixed, the mixed ones.
Okay. Well, are they good looking, the mixed race woman? You know,
Yeah,
obviously I okay, that's good.
because a lot of the mixed race women would be mixed with like Russian, a Russian and Latina. So then you would have like a blonde haired, blue eyed Latina woman. about 5'9" to like 5'5", and
Oh,
then the other mixed ones would be like a white and a black Latina with curly hair, curlyish hair, a darker complexion, black eyes, and then a good face. Most mixed chicks, women do have good appearances. So yeah.
this is great. Body wise, what are they packing with? Are they curvy? Do they have nice, slim, thick thighs, nice behinds, nice chests? So break it down for us, brother. Body wise for white woman, mixed race woman, and black woman.
For the white women, well, all like hmm, let me see how I can phrase this. Like all the women, they kind of have like all the same types of figures. The only way you would run into a thicker chick is like if the chick was working at a food industry. Like if she was like working at a restaurant or some place where they served and prepared food. You know, Heavy access to food would make the chick thicker. So that's how you'd run into like a thicker broad. But most of them don't usually get to that kind of weight class until they hit like their late 30s or early 40s after like several kids, and you don't really see too many ones thick chicks that are in the range of like in their 20s or in their 30s, because most of them, the ones that you're going to meet on the block, they're trying to attract a man, and you can't really do that if you're heavy, right?
Okay, so you're saying on average that they have slim figures.
Correct.
This is great. Wonderful. All right, next question for you, brother, is do they speak English or do we have to know Spanish?
They do speak English. Some of them do speak fluent English because they do listen to like American music and watch. They do. Some of them do have access to American TV because a lot of foreigners come down there, bring like what do you call it, hard drives, and then all on these hard drives they have like tons and tons of movies, bootleg movies. So a lot of people watch these movies, and then they become better. They become better English speakers. And then the others ones, they'll try to speak to you, but it'll be very childish and broken English, but it's still passable. And then you get the other ones who just don't speak Spanish. Sorry, don't speak English because they didn't really go to the school for like a school in a good area or in a good neighborhood.
Okay, thank you, bro. Brothers, get the cash apps up, get the super chats up. That'd be greatly appreciated, brothers, and please hit the like button. Thank you, brothers. All right. So you're mostly in Havana, Cuba, right?
Correct.
Um, what are the best spots to meet respectable women that are worth dating? Where do you know any names of those spots? Is it a park? Is it coffee shops? Is it some place? Break it down for us, bro.
The best place that I've went to, in my opinion, this is just me. I'm not sure if you're gonna post my link to my Instagram, but I'm like an athletic build, so I basically work out. I do work out, not for powerlifting, and so I go to like hotels and bars during the day. Like when I say a bar, I mean like a place where you can just get not a non-alcoholic drink, like a smoothie or a cold drink, like a Starbucks or something like that, and then. I also go to like some of the schools or like maybe the library areas where it's connected to an educational place. I go to like the high end malls, like a lot of the hotels. They will know that you're not a tourist by the way you're dressing and the way you're acting because it's the middle of the day and you're kind of like lounging around, right? So they'll know you're a tourist, so they really won't bother you. But you can go through any of some of the most expensive presidential hotels, and you can meet a lot of models that way, and a lot of the prettier women who come out there to do like I don't know, like fashion shoots or entertainment or go to parties. There is a big kind of party culture out there. It is the Caribbean, and you always have good weather. So
Okay.
the best place is to stay high end. Try stay out of the hood, and then you should be fine. You meet decent women. You're not gonna run into too many scammers or any people who will cause you any problems. Like
This is great, brother.
the pimps and their pros and the pros.
All right. So you're confirming that rich women check for brothers in Cuba, right? Foreign brothers.
I mean, they'll talk to you, but I don't know like what your chances are. It really depends on you. But they'll talk to you. They're not gonna snub you out or be bougie and like talk down to you. They'll have a conversation with you, but if you start asking them for stuff, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, they might walk away. They might get mad. You know, It really depends on the woman. You know, every
Okay.
woman is different.
Okay.
I don't really focus on the rich chicks because what am I gonna do with them when I leave?
So who do you focus on when you're in Cuba?
I focus on the average day to day girl who's like going to school or who has a job during the day and parties at night. You know, the 9 to 5ers or those ones who are trying to improve their lives through education.
Okay. Wonderful. And there's more on that kind of detail on on the Patreon, brothers. If you want to know deeply as to how to get them and what methods you need to know to pull these kind of Cuban women, we won't go too much in depth in it during the Patreon to find that information out. Next question for you, brother, is how do we spot the gold diggers and the scammers?
Well, you will basically spot them because they'll right off the bat they'll know. They'll ask you if you're foreign and if you can't and where you're staying. If they can come over and then just hang out and do random stuff like just like you just met them, right? And then they just want to come over and then hang out, and then they have no reasons to hang out. They haven't been drinking. They're not. We're not talking about any kind of sexual activities. So, and then a lot of them, they would typically, they'll have a friend with them. Usually, a guy who's hanging around, like hovering. He won't be like right beside her. He'll be like maybe a distance away, a couple feet away, and then they'll always be looking at each other like while you're having conversations. They'll always be glancing back and forth at each other. uh, I guess that's the easiest way to figure it out. And then if you ask her to do something and then she says, oh, I have to think about it, that means she's gonna basically ask like her pimp, I guess the word would be, uh, whether or not they have the time to follow you to go to wherever this location is that you want to go to, and then they'll generally ask for something in return if they're gonna come with you to this location.
Okay, thank you, brother. My next question for you now is jealousy against black men. Obviously, as Western brothers, we have more wealth, more money. Women check for us a lot in Cuba. Do the natives, do the native Cuban men, right, across all races, hate brothers for the attention we get? Is there any jealousy towards us in Cuba?
No, there isn't. You'll run into guys who are jealous of the women that you pick up, but they're not jealous of you because you're a foreigner or because you're a brother. There are brothers on the island due to, I guess you call it the African diaspora or slavery. So there are several black communities all throughout the Caribbean. Their family heritage may be connected to slavery or the diaspora, but others may just be, people who migrated there from the U.S. or from Americas and just live there now, or are tourists or expats.
Okay, bro. Let me ask this now. Let me ask this: Is white worshiping a problem amongst the black and the mixed race Cuban women? We want to know if they're on that dyeing their hair blonde, pink, green, wearing blue contact lenses or green contact lenses. Seeing pale skinned people as better. Is that a problem there amongst the women?
No, no. I've when I was there, I generally run into women that you can basically tell that they're Caribbean Latinas. I've only run into maybe two or three, and that's because they were half Russian, and they had very good lives, so they didn't have to really work all the time or do much of going outside or any kind of labor that involves, being outside and getting sunburns and stuff like that. So no, there's no white worshiping there, over there. Uh,
Okay, bro.
yeah.
Okay. Next question is, brother. Um, is it okay to be a polygamist out there in Cuba? Meaning dealing with different women at once, and that's okay amongst them. Obviously, I want to deal with different, let's say, five different women, have five girlfriends, but she
Mhm.
can't have another guy. She's only has me as a boyfriend and no one else, but I can have five different girlfriends. Is that okay in Cuba?
Uh, I've never really experienced that because some of the girls, the women out there, the Latinas, they're so intense and they're so they'll take care of you so well. You really wouldn't want to check for another girlfriend. You might want to smash another girl that you might see on the block, but you're not gonna really want to start up a relationship because the way that these Latinas they treat men out there is so beautiful that you don't really want to cheat on them. You cheat on women that you typically don't like, or they don't fulfill a certain categories or needs that need to be fulfilled. If you're just trying to smash as many women as you want, there's no point in getting a girlfriend because it's a small island, it's a small community. Everyone's taking pictures when you're at the club, so I mean. You're gonna run into girls who know other girls who know other girls who know you and they're gonna start talking. So I don't know if it's a really good idea, and rather if you wanna get caught in one of those situations, a love triangle. You really don't want to see them fight over you because there are a lot of cops there, and you don't really want the problems unless you're going from like different areas to like different neighborhoods.
Okay,
Like,
brother.
yeah, you can do that in different neighborhoods, but not in the same neighborhood.
Okay, bro. Body count, right? Do Cuban women have a high body count?
It really depends on the ones that you meet. If you're meeting ones in the hood, yes. If you're meeting ones who are like educated and are really focused on their lives and they have 9 to 5 jobs and maybe they take care of their parents, then you're probably looking at no because they don't really have the time for that. They're probably going to be under like 5 to 10, but the chicks in the hood, you're probably looking at under 50.
Jesus Christ. Um, that's okay. Can I find virgins there and low body count, maximum one, two if we're pushing it? Can I find that in Cuba?
You can try to look, but I'm thinking that the situation may be that you're looking for someone younger because once they get to a certain age, sorry, there's a lot of tourists that come through that area, and the Cuban women are very very attractive. So finding one with like maybe less than five a body count of less than five, it might be a difficult situation.
Ah,
But then
okay.
again, you're gonna have to look for the ones who are like very busy in their lives and have family and friends and school and don't really have time for boyfriends. But then again, if you meet that kind of chick, why is she gonna want to deal with you? Because she's not really gonna want to spend the time or waste the time kind of situation. So
Okay,
uh,
carry on.
no, so it's just gonna be a little bit difficult, is what I'm saying.
Okay, let me ask this that now. Bro, you're too close to your mic.
Me?
Yeah, you're breathing very hard. You okay?
No, I was coughing. I had to put myself on mute for a minute.
Okay. So, my next question, brother, is okay, this is great so far. So it seems like the educated, busy women are the best Cuban women to go for. How do we find those educated Cuban women? Where do they hang around? Do we have to wait outside their school like a creep and cold approach them? What do we do, bro?
You can just literally, if you go to their school, or if you meet someone, if you find the school, you can just walk around. You don't hang out in one spot. It's like Cuba, right? So there's a lot of lovely things there. There's a lot of art and music and culture, which is both of a Latin and African nature. So the best thing to do is just not be in one place all the time because it will look weird. And then it's like what 30 to 45 degrees Celsius, which is like 130 Fahrenheit max. So you're not gonna really want to be standing in one spot just trying to stalk a chick, right? So it's best things to do. You walk around. A lot of the chicks, they do have like Instagram or some kind of line app, uh, where you can trade out information, and then you can talk to them when they have Wi-Fi in their classes or in on campus. And if you are going out there, always try to look for a place that has free Wi-Fi or cheap Wi-Fi, because some of the places charge like $1 a day, and some charge like maybe $50. And then buying a cell phone with GPS on it is very expensive. I usually just go there, pick up a phone that just has phone service, texting and phone calls, which is usually very cheap. And I tend to walk around the area where I'm looking for a chick. Like if I'm looking for a chick at the university or one of the medical training spots, like dental training spots or nursing spots, I'll generally walk around that area. I won't like sit in one spot, sit on a stoop, and just try to like check out women and take pictures so I can send them out to my boys. You walk around, act like you're taking pictures, and act like they walked into your pictures, right? So that's the best way to just get around.
Okay, thank you, brother. Let me now ask you this. Shout out to Mr. East Coast Kev for the $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. Thank you for the love. Thank you for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you, bro. Love me some Cubanas. Brother IP, what are you waiting for? The Team Latina train has plenty of space. Join us. Yeah, bro. I'm 50-50 right now. Some days I'm Team Asia. Some days I'm Team Latina. And to be honest with you, I think I'm screwing more towards Team Latina now, especially these Russian Latina women that the brother's talking about in Cuba. Can't wait to meet them. Appreciate you, East Coast Kev. Thank you, bro. So, next question for you, brother, is: are Cuban women wifeable? If so, why?
Sorry, did you say wifeable?
Yes.
Yeah, they are. I did meet a guy on the plane, and every 2 weeks he flew down to Cuba, Havana, because he married a chick. Sorry, I, he married a chick down there, and then he was trying to get her a visa. He was from Canada as well. I'm Canadian, so I did meet him on a Canadian flight, and then he was trying to get his wife a visa. But in order to get her a visa so that she could leave or expatriate from the country, which is very hard to do, he had to go down there and prove that he was actually in love and that they had a relationship, and this wasn't just some kind of a situation while he was trying to get her off the island. Some of them are very, very attractive in a wifeable situation because the education out there is free and it is high end because a lot of people come through. Some of the medical professionals that come from Cuba, they automatically move to Miami and then they do become wealthy because they do have very good educations that does surpass some of the American standards.
Fantastic, bro. Okay, so they're wifeable. So you're telling me he married a Cuban woman and he travels to Cuba every 2 weeks to be
Hmm.
with her. Is he a
Right?
Canadian?
Yeah.
Okay, I see why he does that because he doesn't want to bring his wife to the West where she'll be poisoned by feminism and toxic Western culture. So, very smart man, even though it may be expensive. Why won't he move to Cuba? See, hold on, brothers. Brother, this is the reason why I'm pushing out IT for you, brothers. The international passport movement wants to get you brothers into IT so you make your money in American dollars and you remote work from Cuba. So you don't have to travel back and forth from America to Cuba or Colombia to America, America to Colombia. How about you live in Colombia? How about you live in Cuba? Make your money in American dollars working for an American company. You will only be able to do that in IT. So please join the Patreon so I can help mentor you, help get you into IT, whether it's cybersecurity, system administration, cloud engineer, help desk, desktop support. Let me mentor you and guide you. So please join the Patreon if you want to live a life like that. Okay. Thank you, brothers. So next question for you, brother, is hold on. So do Cuban women change when you bring them to the West, or do they keep to their Cuban culture? Will they adopt Western feminism, Western cultures, or are they strong-willed and will they keep to their Cuban culture?
They do stick to their Cuban culture for a couple of years, but then it's hard to really for them to really resist the situation that women are pushing for equal opportunities and more subservient men. So they will be there for a couple years, which is a lot longer than most of women that I've heard about when guys brought them from another country. They are there for a lot longer than most, but then they do eventually get to the Western kind of feminist culture, and they do change and they do become difficult.
This is very sad to hear. Again, brothers, that's why I'm pushing out remote working. Please, let's get you brothers into IT, right? Let's get you brothers into IT. So you get a high paying American job in an American company, you get paid in dollars, you move to Colombia, you move to Cuba, Panama, or wherever country you want, and you remote work there. I don't want you brothers to be traveling back and forth, and I don't want you brothers to bring your foreign woman back to the West. That is a no go. You are asking for your marriage to be a failure or your relationship to be a failure if you bring your foreign woman or your foreign girlfriend or your foreign wife back to the West. That's a big no no. Get on this IT movement. Join the Patreon. Let me mentor you. Let me help you out. All right. Let me guide you, brothers. I'm here for you. I'm trying to make you brothers be successful. I know the juice. I know how things work in IT. So join the Patreon and let's get you brothers up and running. Okay. Next question for you, brother, is are Cuban women conservative or are they liberal?
Like, what do you mean by your definition of conservative and liberal?
So do they uphold family values? Are they all about looking after the children? Are they all about looking after their man? Are they all about you know, not letting their children do stupid stuff, not being on that liberal agenda? You can be who you are, blah blah blah. You don't have to wear this, you don't have to wear that. Break it down for us, bro. Are they religious as well? That term conservative.
Uh, they are conservative. They do take care of their family. That is a heavy thing that you will experience with most Latin women. They are very deep into their family situations. Um, in the Cuban sense, yeah, they do have a very strong family values, and they are very into taking care of their kids and taking care of their family, their elderly family, or anybody who may be injured or not in 100% perfect health, right? Um, they also do take care of their man, but one of the things with them is that if they catch you like in a situation where you're cheating, and this it didn't happen just like the one time, you're gonna have some very angry women in your lives because it's not just her. It's gonna maybe be her sisters and her cousins and her mom, and then you're gonna have problems with her brothers. So uh, I would say that they're very, very, very conservative.
That's great. I love conservative women. Um, are they religious? If so, what are they? Muslim, Christian, Catholic?
I didn't really run into too many religious ones, but I do know that I just saw most of them do wearing a cross, a Christian cross. So they may believe in Christianity or they may be Catholic. So I've never really ran into. I didn't see too many church. I did. Ooh, sorry. I did see a couple of churches downtown in the older part of Old Havana. It was mostly the older generation that was at the churches. So, but the girls I was meeting, there was no deep religious lifestyle among them.
Okay, thank you, bro. Next question for you, you new brat. For you, what the? Next question for you, sorry, man. Next question for you, brother, is social media. Is that a problem amongst Cuban women? You know, in terms of Instagram gassing up the heads of the average Cuban woman. You know, like we see in the West. Is that a problem there at all, brother? And are they copying Western women through social media? Break it down for me, brother.
Well, Cuba is a communist country, so like most communist countries like China and Russia, they do block most of Western America's social media. They do believe that it does poison the generation, the younger generation that is not able to make their own decisions for themselves. So you don't really have social media. You may be able to post stuff to people's pages, but you don't really have the opportunity to go through all these people's pages and see all these celebrities and stuff like that and music videos on social media. You have a very basic, if anything, version of social media, and that's only really available to people who have phones that they brought in from outside of the country. So basically, expats.
Wonderful. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Jonathan Hahn, Patreon member. Looking forward to speaking to him about IT. You know, supporting the channel twice already. Thank you, bro. This is love right there. That's what you call love, man. This brother is new to the channel, supporting the channel because it means a lot to him. It's helping him out personally, right? If this channel has changed your life, if this channel has opened your eyes widely to how foreign women treat you better abroad, you know, please support the channel. Hit the cash app, hit the super chats. You know, I need your support, man. It's a lot of work goes into this channel, so please support me, man. Please support me. Thank you. He says, "Is Team Latina all the way? Looking for a slim, thick Latina with some serious cakes." LOL. Yes, indeed, man. Damn, you know, you find that in Costa Rica, you find that in Colombia, but I need me one as well. I need me a slim, thick Asian woman too. You know, I need me a slim, thick, half Asian, half Latina woman with some serious kicks too, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Um, Shout out to East Coast Kev yet again. What's up, East Coast Kev? Thank you, brother, for hitting the super chats once again. Brothers, please follow his lead, hit the super chats, man. Support me. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you, man. Um, how is the city of Santa Clara? Do you have intel on that woman and nightlife there? Questions for you, Christopher.
I've never been to Santa Clara. My boys say that Hooligan is a very good city to go to. Uh, I'd have to look at the map because I can't really remember one of the names. I think it was close to Guantanamo that the guys went to, but he said that it was filled with a lot of expats, who were servicing the U.S. military that was out there. So you did have like a lot of locals stationed near the base who were helping the U.S. military do random things. So there was um, a good fit population, lovely. I mean, they are Latinas, so they did look good. They were very attractive and they were healthy because there's no public transportation out there, so most of them were walking or taking cabs places. But to save money, so you can have more money for your food, your groceries, and to improve your life quality of life, that they would just walk places. I do see them a lot on the side of the road walking, and because Cuba is such a good, safe place because of all the military police, they don't really have to worry about getting attacked and stuff like that, like in the Americas or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Jonathan Hahn again. Third time he's supporting the channel. Jonathan, are you going ham in this stream? Thank you for your support, Jonathan. It means a lot to me, brother. It means a lot to me. Brothers, please support the channel. Keep supporting me. Every super chat, every cash app is greatly appreciated. And also, please join the Patreon so I can kickstart your IT career for you. This brother says, thank you very much for the $199 super chat. Do they have water quality issues in Cuba?
Yes, they do. They do have water quality issues. Even if you go to the hotels, even the most expensive hotels will have water quality issues. Best thing to do is just go to the local supermarket. Word for water is agua. Buy as many large 2 liter, 1 liter bottles of water that you can carry, and then just do that every day. because you don't really want to take the risk of getting any kind of a stomach infection or any kind of hepatitis. So it's just better to drink the bottled water.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Jonathan Hahn. Much love, brother. Thank you. Um, Next question for you, brother, is are Cuban women submissive?
Submissive as like compared to like Asian women, no. Latin women, they're not really that submissive. If you try to tell or argue with a woman, she'll argue with you right back. You can't really tell them to do stuff, and then they'll just do it because you're the man in the situation. It has to be like a really good reason for them to do it. So you're not
Oh,
just gonna. So I'm not. So they're not submissive, but they are in some regards compliant, where you can have situations or times where you can actually work things out without the arguing and screaming. But if you're asking if they're like submissive and you can just yell at them and treat them like shit, no, that's
no,
never
no,
gonna happen. Oh,
no,
sorry
no,
again.
no, 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 not in terms of that. Not in terms of that, brother. In terms of cooking, rubbing my back, um, rubbing my toes, cleaning my toes, you know, um, showering me, um, cooking food, looking after the household, you know, um, allowing me to control the household and finances and her life, you know, just being a submissive woman in general. Are you telling me that Cuban women won't do that for me, brother? Because that's very concerning. That's extremely concerning, bro.
Well, basically, you have to look at it in this kind of situations. Like, why would you want to take that much control of your woman, right? She's a human being. She's had her own life before she met you. She'll have her own life after she'll meet you, and uh, you won't really run into too many girls, Cuban, Latina women who will let you run their lives for them and make decisions for them. You will run into some who might give you a massage. I don't know about cleaning your toes, unless that's kind of like her lifestyle, or she works as a nail technician, or she's a nurse or something. But you're not gonna meet an average girl who's just gonna wanna, clean your toes, cut your toenails for you. Showering, you might have like a sexual shower kind of situation, but she's not gonna bathe you like coming to America and stuff like that. Uh,
I mean, so brother, like in Japan, I've heard some stories that women will bathe their man, which is a very feminine act in my opinion. That's beautiful. They'll clean the man's back, clean the man's body, cream his body all around. I want that from a Latina woman too. You know, I want that from a
uh,
Latina woman too, bro.
you might get you might get like if you're in like a bath situation, you might get the chick who might scrub your back for you or stuff like that. But I don't think you're gonna get the full on bathing situation where she's gonna clean your legs and uh, she's gonna wash your in between your toes and stuff like that. Um, I really doubt that because you're not really she's gonna be treating you like an adult, right? It's not within their culture to like baby a man, right? Because he's typically a man, so they're not gonna treat you like that. Uh, you will have like the really nice ones who will shower with you and do stuff in the shower and you know help you stay clean, but it's not like you're gonna get the full service.
Okay, thank you, brother. Nate Kelly, I think Dara is a troll. Can you please block her, Nate Kelly? I'm giving you permission to block Dira, Keo, Andrew Williams. That's a troll right there. Can you please block her, Nate Kelly? Thank you, bro. Next question for you, bro, is hold on, super chat real quick. Shout out to Mr. East Coast Kev. East Coast Kev and Jonathan Hahn are going ham tonight. Appreciate both these brothers for hitting the super chats as if they're Ronaldo and Messi scoring against each other. Thank you, bro. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. How is the internet down there? I work from home and trade stocks. Bad internet is a deal breaker for me. Break it down for us, Christopher.
Um, when I went down to Cuba, I didn't really need the internet, so I just used the phone with the data plan on it. But I
Hold
do
on,
know.
bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. All right. Dira, Keel, Andrew Williams. Okay, we'll get you on the live stream in roughly 25 minutes. We'll have a conversation, and you better show your face, Dira. Okay. So Nate Kelly, leave out at the moment, but stop trolling Dira, and I'll get you on the live stream chat. If you continue trolling Dira, I'm gonna block you myself. So be patient, Dira, and I'll get you on the live stream chat to speak to me directly since you want to debate. Okay. Too late now. All right, carry on, brother.
Um, for the internet, when I went down to Cuba, I wasn't really down there to like use social media or do anything like that. I had a basic phone. When I did need to use the internet, I would just go to the like one of the high-end hotels, and then I would just use one of their office space computers, and I would do my work from there, or I would use their Wi-Fi. I would just get a Wi-Fi card at one of the local stores, like a coffee shop, like a Starbucks, and then I would just use the Wi-Fi there.
Okay, thank you,
But
bro. Oh, carry on,
but
carry on.
sorry, I had to cough again. But getting Wi-Fi at the house, that is difficult task. You have to look for special situations or special locations where they do have full internet access, like you would get in the Americas. If they did have a good internet, fast internet, I'd be there right now when COVID started because it's cheaper to live. I just kind of got rid of my apartment when COVID started, so I'm with my family, with my brother right now. So
Okay,
I
thank.
wouldn't say it's good. I wouldn't say it's good. I wouldn't depend on good quality internet. You'd have to do your research.
Okay, thank you, brother. East Coast Kev, I didn't know you trade stocks. I've got a Discord server where we discuss stocks and crypto. So reach out to me directly, East Coast Kev. If you want to be a part of that Discord server, we discuss stocks and crypto on there. It'll be great to have you on there, bro, to contribute to that knowledge space. Thank you, bro. All right, next question for you, brother, is and that Discord server is part of the Patreon package as well, East Coast Kev. So looking forward to seeing you join the Patreon East Coast Kev in the near future. Thank you, bro. Next question for you, Christopher, is are Cuban women feminine?
Yes, yeah, they're raised by their mom. They have like both parent households, sisters and friends. They do have like those kind of magazines, like the I guess you call them like the glamour magazines. How to do your hair, braid your hair, how to pluck your eyebrows and mascara, lipstick, whatever else women use, and then the perfume for guys and girls is both called perfume. Very few people call men's perfume cologne. So yeah, they are feminine. They do look nice. They do shave their legs and their armpits. I've never run into too many women under the age of 40 that had mustaches or they had bad BO. And remember, this is the Caribbean, so you do have like very hot weather, and you very rarely run into a chick who has like sweat stains or she's wearing something that's not really attractive for her size or some stuff like that. Like when you walk down the street or you're in the mall, you will see some chicks popping out of their Lululemon. You don't see that out there. Um, Everyone is doing everything proper, like the way society says it should be.
Okay. On that note, right? How do Cuban women dress? Because obviously, I don't want to be walking around with some skank that wears booty shorts and wears a top that is just over her chest, right, and it shows her belly. I want a woman that wears a long skirt, that is feminine, but doesn't reveal her body too much. Is that how they would dress in Cuba, or do they dress like in bikinis everywhere? booty shorts and everything?
No, they would mainly wear skirts, kind of like the cheerleader kind of skirts, but like different kind of designs. Or they'd be wearing pants. I mean, you got to remember it is a Caribbean country and it's hot every day, so you have to adjust for the weather. I'd never been to Cuba when it was colder, like through the hurricane seasons. So usually when I go there, it's sorry. Usually when I go there, they're wearing decent shorts or pants, long pants up to like their ankles, or shorts close to their knees. You don't really run into um, the skanks that I guess you call them. You run into the women who do. Who are running in, do a socially acceptable, because there are like morality issues out there. So if you dress, if the local women dress like unacceptable, they will get in trouble. So you're not gonna really run into like the skanks who are dressed with like booty shorts and stuff like that.
Hold on, bro. You're telling me that in Cuba they actually hold women accountable for dressing like complete utter whores? Whoa.
Well, yeah, well they do that for everybody. You can't walk around in like like gang colors or offensive uh, offensive T-shirts like that may be violent or degrading towards a certain group of people. Uh, there's like
For women. So for women who checks
men
like,
and women.
okay. So is that
Well,
is
there's
that is that any so any woman or any man can approach a woman and tell her you're dressed too inappropriately, go and change.
yeah, because their society is kind of set up like that. It wouldn't just be like maybe any random person. If the person is dressed unruly, they may run into one of the military police or someone who's very conscious about the area and doesn't really like the way that they're dressed. It would usually be a military police individual, and they usually just get taken away. So there's no reality where you'll see someone in booty shorts unless they're on the beach.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's great to hear. That's what these Western whores need. That discipline, but men are too scared and too simpish to check these women. Shout out to I am Trey for the $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I am Trey. That's love there. Thank you, bro. It's great overcoming a speech impediments while taking in a lot of information. Keep up the good work. Thank you, bro. Hope you're I'm lovely to hear that you're overcoming your speech impediments. Love hearing that. Love seeing brothers level up. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Shout out to the legend, the loyal brother, Mr. Conrad Grant, for the $2 super chat. Thank you, Conrad Grant. Much appreciated, bro. Hello, IP. Happy Sunday. Showing my support as always. Thank you very much, Conrad Grant. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. Much love, brother. Much love. Next question for you, brother, is um, clubs and bars. Um, are they good avenues to meet decent Cuban women, or should we avoid that scene?
I do go to clubs and bars. That's generally where I meet most of my women. Uh, Like when you go to the clubs and the bars, you're typically looking for like a chick. I'm looking for like a chick with like loose morals and who's just gonna come home with me tonight and have some fun. If you're looking for like a wifey type of chick, going to like a bar or like a non-alcoholic bar during the day is a good idea. Going to like the malls or hanging out near the schools or near the hotels, places where they offer free Wi-Fi. Those are good places to meet like wifey type chicks because, like I said before, most areas they don't have good Wi-Fi. So a lot of people just instead of paying for Wi-Fi, they'll hang out at like a Starbucks type of environment, and then they get Wi-Fi from there, right? free Wi-Fi from there, and then you can meet those kind of decent chicks there. But at the nightclubs, the last time I went to Cuba, I think it was maybe before COVID started, so I think that was like almost 3 years ago. I went to a club called Dos Gardenias, which is Two Gardens, and I met some decent girls there. But then I also met some unruly chicks who were running with a pimp. So I got a mixed bag when I went to that club. It wasn't that good, but the club itself was excellent.
Okay, thank you, brother. Um, Online dating. Um, Sorry, can you name good clubs and bars for brother to go to if you can remember?
Dos Gardenias, Two Gardens, and then Club Molina. That's a club that's underneath the hotel of Hotel Molina. It's in central uh, Havana. It's on the border of Old Havana and New Havana, so it's very easy to find. It's a very posh nightclub, so you will run into like Latin stars, musical stars, maybe what do you call them, models and stuff like that. It's a very high end bar, and it's very easy to get into. You don't really have to do much. You just pay the cover and then dress appropriately. No no offensive clothing. Dress shirts, dress pants, or like jeans, and then like dress shoes, dressier shoes. No boots, no Tims, no things like that. And then you have no problems getting in. Drinks are a little bit expensive, but again, it is a poshy nightclub, and then but it is kind of worth it because the women that you'll meet there are excellent type of women.
Okay, thank you, bro. Next question, brother, is online dating. Um, did you use that out there in Cuba? If so, what was your success rate and what apps did you use?
Again, most of them don't even have internet on their phone because it's very expensive. Sorry. So the only online dating that you would see is like if you're down at one of the hotels and then you're using like a Tinder or Bumble. But most people don't even have those apps because they are blocked by the App Store for certain areas and countries. So most of the people in those areas don't even have it, again, unless they're foreigners or expats and they have devices from outside the country. The best way to pick up chicks is just to walk around, meet them. You get to learn the area. You get to work on your Spanish. Uh, Talking to random people. That's the best way to meet your girls because sometimes you might even run into a dude, like another guy, and then he'll speak English and he's like, "Yo, I'm going to a bar. I'm going to this spot. This girl's invited me there." And you check out the place. You ask somebody, and then you could just go with them, and then you meet like tons of girls because sometimes the ratio. I mean, in Cuba, the ratio from men to women is usually like one guy to like 10 girls. So you
Can you
will meet.
trust? Can you is it okay to trust people just going around with them to a bar or club? It's okay.
Yeah, yeah, because hurting a tourist is really against their. It's actually a law, and then if they get in trouble for hurting a tourist, they will actually do some serious jail time. It's usually like 20 years, 10 years, 20 years, I think. It's been a while since I was there last, but her hurting tourists is like a real bad situation for them. It's basically like killing somebody.
Okay, thank you,
So,
brother. Um, STD and STIs, is that a problem in Cuba?
well, because of the water, right? You do have to worry about. You do have to worry about hepatitis, and I don't know. I never really found out about the AIDS problem out there, or any kind of STIs and STDs. Sorry, that is my phone. I forgot to put it on mute. I never really ran into any kind of those situations where I met any kind of I ran into any kind of information where people were worried about STIs and STDs. When I travel, I just typically be safe, and then I always use condoms, no matter what we're doing. for the full on. I guess you could say, or intercourse, or just even if it's just simple oral. I use condoms. I'm not going to take that chance. And then, if you do get sick or something does happen to you, you won't be able to use any of kind of the medical services.
Why is it? Because
So,
it's very expensive, right?
well, for tourists, I believe it is, but for locals, I think it's kind of free because everything is kind of paid for by the government. So you do run into, you will run into some problems. I do know that, like, if you were to do that, you don't want to use condoms. You can get yourself free medical services out in Asia, but not in the Caribbean or any of these Latin countries that I've been to.
Okay, thank you. Next question for you, brother, is um, let's see. Are Cuban women materialistic?
Um, I didn't run into any that were materialistic, but there's not very much of a Western society out there, so you're not gonna run into too many chicks who are searching for like a Gucci bag because they don't have that out there. They might have imitations and fake stuff, but um, you wouldn't really run into it. And then jewelry, right? Jewelry gets lost, it gets stolen. Uh, it gets misplaced. So things like that, you won't really run into people who, women who are very, materialistic.
Okay, thank you, bro.
It's just
Uh,
going to be the expats and tourists.
okay. Next question for you, brother, is what are the bad parts about Cuban women that we should be aware of?
Bad parts? I haven't really experienced too many bad parts. That's why I keep going there. I've been going there since like high school. That's been almost for the last 10 years. Uh, there's not really any bad parts to Cuban women that I've experienced, other than the fact that it's hard for them to travel, and hard for them to get a visa, stuff like that. That's probably the worst part about Cuban associating with the Cuban women. You can't take them out of the country. It's very hard. But I've never run into too many problems with the Cuban women that that would be considered a problem or a flaw within them.
Okay, thank you. Next question is, brother, cold approaching. Obviously, you're saying that cold approaching is the best method to meet Cuban women. Question is, how do they want to be cold approached? What do you say to them? Um, break it down for us, bro. What's your method in cold approaching them?
Well, cold approaching, typically if you're dressed right and you're walking around and you're not really doing anything weird like playing music on your phone loudly and stuff like that, you're just like a tourist walking around. Most women typically, some women will approach you. That is a kind of a good thing about Cuba, or traveling as a foreigner. You do run into women who are very interested in you, and want to know more about your situation and why you're there and what you're looking for and what you're trying to do on your vacation, or if you're moving there, stuff like that. So, usually the best way to just cold approach is by asking for directions. You can ask like where the hotel is, or where the bars are, like not like when I say bar, like a Starbucks, a coffee spot, or a cold drink spot, things like that, or where the beach is, something entertaining. That's the best way to kind of cold approach. And if the girl is decent, you can just ask her, hey, you want to come with me? And if it's close, actually take you there and give you the directions. I mean, or physically just take you there, and then if she does take you there, those are the chicks you kind of want to chill with. So you can just say, hey, yeah, I'm trying to hang out. I'm new in town, or I'm on vacation, and I just need some people to hang out with. What are you doing today? you want to hang out. I mean, this is based on the fact that she has good English, right? So you basically just say, hey, I'm trying to hang out with you. I like your personality. I want to spend some more time. You want to go for like lunch and stuff, and then you get a straight answer. If she says no, you just thank her for the directions, and then you just keep on going. You're not gonna
Okay.
have 100% success rate, is what I'm saying.
Okay, thank you, bro. And you're saying that some even approach you, So what kind of women approached you in the past? Was it the mixed race Cuban woman? Was it the white woman that approached you? Who approached you the most in the past, bro?
The whiter usually was the locals who were uh the locals who you could typically tell that they were Cuban. Um, Not the ones. There's not too many of the lighter white Latinas around. Um, the darker sisters, you have to be in an area where you run into them. But typically, if you're just walking around, you will run into like mostly local women.
Okay, thank you, bro. Um, how should men dress out there in Cuba? Do we come through wearing G-Unit sneakers, Sean John jeans, oversized white tees, snapback throwbacks, red and blue bandana, gold teeth, gold chain? Or
No, no. Uh, that kind of stuff is like laughed at in those areas. So uh, I wouldn't wear them. I don't wear them when I go out there. I have usually like some simple like slippers, like walking around slippers, stuff like that, and then like I'll have some like dress shoes, like not too dressy, like an office situation kind of dress shoes. I would have like just like walking around nice boots, low cut, high cut, whatever the time of the year is. And then I have a lot of polos, simple polos, nothing like highly flashy and stuff like that. Just like the Ralph Lauren or something very very simple. And then for my pants, it's just straight jeans or shorts, cargo shorts. Maybe sometimes if I'm going around during the day, if I'm at the beach, just think the kind of days when you need to put stuff in your pocket. It's also a good idea to have pants that have like some kind of buckle or a zipper. So if you do run into any kind of pickpockets, which are local or other tourists, because some tourists they do some very dumb stuff where they actually end up losing all their money or having their watches stolen. So they figure that they're gonna, pass that tragedy on to the next person that they meet. So you do want to be careful with your own personal belongings. But other than that, I just wear simple stuff, nothing too flashy. Simple clothing, polos mainly, and then button-up shirts.
okay. Did you stay in a hotel or Airbnb, and was it safe?
Um, when I stay there, I'm safe, right? Because I've traveled a lot. Been around. I've been to a lot of different countries. I do know how to like put my stuff in the safe, or I know how to put like when you have your luggage, you do have like the compartments where you can just unzip something and stash it underneath there. That's what I usually do with my like say if I have like I have expensive watches, I like to rock the expensive watches. So I would probably, if I'm not wearing them or if I don't want to wear them, I would stash them underneath the compartments in your luggage, and then I'd go around that way. I wouldn't just leave my stuff out on the counters or on the dressers and stuff like that. Even though um, it is a safe hotel, um, you don't know who's going to be cleaning your room or if they're going to actually close the door or whatever. Things do happen. I have run into some situations where the cleaning lady was cleaning my room. She forgot some towels, so she just basically left my door kind of open, like unlocked. And then I came back and then like my door, I just basically walked into my own my spot without using the key. I just turned the door and my room was open. So I was kind of mad about that. Usually I do pick up Airbnbs now. I do have there's a lot of condos you can rent and houses you can go with. If you bring your friends, it's always good to roll with some friends because you always have people watching your back and making sure you don't leave stuff out. Uh, Rolling with people is usually the best way to travel, in my opinion. And then you can also share out the expenses like group meals. Uh, if you rent out a house, you're only going to pay like a fraction. You can get a much nicer house, much nicer place. You can have people to chill with, and then because it is a female. Like when you're at the club, there's not just going to be one or two females. There may be a group of them, and you don't want to just be like, "Yo, I'm by myself," but you have like friends with you. Ditch your friends and come and hang out with me because that's not going to happen. Uh, Other than that, you just got to be careful. You just got to act like you don't want to lose your stuff, and you should have run into like very few problems.
Okay, thank you, brother. My next question for you, brother, is nightlife in general. How is nightlife there in general, brother? Is it exciting? Is it boring? Is it good?
Nightlife is pretty good. It is a Latin culture. There's a lot of like Latin musicians out there. Uh, Places to go, nightclubs, lounges where you can just hang out, meet people. It's really depending on what kind of person you are. If you're like a person who wants to chill and just hang out, there are places like that for you. If you want to have fun and dance, there are places like that, salsa spots. Uh, you can meet women there as well. Learning to dance salsa, merengue. That's the best way you'll meet like some good women. They do like to dance out there, so
Okay.
dancing is a good way to meet different types of people, right?
Yes. Okay. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Mr. The Field View for the $19.99 super chat. What's up, The Field View? Appreciate the brother right here. New to the channel, supporting the channel frequently. We did a Patreon stream together. We did a YouTube stream together. I appreciate the brother, The Field View. Thank you, bro. He says the stereotype is that Cubans in the US accept the anti-black propaganda that comes from the US. Due to this, Cuban Americans usually don't give black guys a chance. Have you been around Cuban American women to compare? How different are they?
Uh, Um, that rhetoric or the anti-black agenda is based on like the way you see like rappers acting, right? Gangbangers, Crips, Bloods, bandanas, and stuff like that. People who don't act and dress right because these people are those kind of stereotypes. Basically, mean that this person is gonna, hurt you or sexually assault you, something like that. So that's why they have that anti agenda because it's a massive stereotype that Black Americans like to perpetrate, acting like they're gangbangers. With the bandanas, the crip walk, like the FUBU jeans, the Echo shorts, and stuff like that. That shit doesn't really fly when you leave the Americas. If you get caught doing that, they'll just automatically assume that you're like in some kind of gang situation, and uh, jail penalties and stuff like that are very high in those kind of countries in most countries. So you just basically want to stay away from that. Just wear some clean clothes like some polos, white tees. Sorry, not white tees, like white polo shirts. Button up V necks, stuff like that. Nothing that looks like you're trying to be in a rap video, right? So that's the best way to travel in these areas, right?
Okay,
And
thank you,
then
bro. Carry on.
yeah, and you will have no issues. You won't run into too many issues.
Okay, thank you, the field view. Great question, brother. Um, this is why we're saying image is very important. When we go abroad, we got to represent ourselves in a good light. So leave all bad bad mannerisms in America, come abroad correct, come with a new state of mind, and you will get the woman you want. Thank you, the field view. I have heard about these Cuban American women. They're not too nice. They're not nice people, from what I've heard. Even though some of them are good looking, they're just not really pleasant towards black people, which is why, in general, please avoid Western women. They've been poisoned by the anti-black propaganda being pushed out by racist white people, Asians, Arabs, and any other group of people that want to follow the white man's and white woman's BS. Okay, brothers, this channel is for you. It's to support you. You know, we will get the woman we deserve when we go abroad. Forget about these horrible Western whores. Okay, thank you, the field view. Appreciate you, brother. Um, Next question for you, bro, is what's the ratio of women to men in Havana, Cuba?
It really depends on the area that you're in, but some areas it could be like one guy to like 5 girls. Other times it can be 1 to 10, 1 to 15. It really depends on the areas because most of the guys either they're working like some kind of heavy construction or development or working in like the fields for food because it is an island and it is a communist island, so they don't get that many imports of food from America or any of the American islands or even Latin America because it is communist. So they typically grow and farm a large majority of their food, and it's usually the guys that are doing this. So a lot of the times, women are just walking around, going to school, doing random things, shopping, grocery shopping, purchasing clothing, stuff like that. And you can meet them if they say, "Oh, I got a man" and stuff like that. They'll typically introduce you to like some friends who may want to hang out at a bar or a club, or they might tell you some interesting places you should go to hang out and meet people, right? So you got to keep an open mind. Just because someone says no, or a chick you're scoping says no, yeah, she may have some useful information. I haven't. Every woman I've talked to isn't 100% yes. It isn't 100% yes once I met them.
Okay, thank you, brother. What about N-word use in Havana, Cuba? Was that said towards you? Was that said by people there in Cuba when referring to black people? Obviously, I disagree with that word being used in general, even by black people as well. Did you hear the N word at all there in Cuba?
No, because a lot of the area I avoided the ghettos, right? So there was no hip hop for them to listen to. These weren't low class people. I was chilling around. I was hanging around a lot of educated people, Latins, mainly. I guess you would call them local, the average local skin tone. Um, I never heard or had any offensive words used against me or any problems until I actually ran into a girl who was with her pimp, and I didn't realize that she was in that situation. That was a pimping it was a pimp and hoe kind of situation. So when I tried to leave that situation, they got real mad, and then they started yelling and screaming, but they didn't use any profanity and stuff like that because again, it is like a communist country, and there is like morality clause laws and stuff like that where you can actually get in trouble for doing inappropriate stuff.
Okay. What a pimp and whole black.
The pimp was black, and his girl was maybe a white Latina.
Okay, thank you, brother. Next question for you is can you name these educated places that brothers should be going to? So what's the name of these places that have educated people there, please?
I went to a place called the Universidad of Havana. I went to another place called International Ballet of Cuba, I believe it was. That was client. It was close to the Hotel Cohiba or Milena. It has two different words, or it's called by two different things. Uh,
Okay.
Outside of that, I didn't really go to many different places because unless I was going to the beach or to like a movie theater, just stuff like that. I typically only did stuff where people would have money, and it was like a upper upscale type of individuals that you'd only meet.
Okay. Thank you, bro. My next question for you now, brother, is any dangers to be aware of in Cuba in general?
I guess the most dangerous thing is the water. You got to be extremely careful with the water. They sell street foods like hot dogs and I guess you call them Slurpees or slushies and stuff like that. Ice drinks. You can't have any of those things because of your body's not used to the way they purify their water out there, and it's a lot. The standards are a lot lower than what you're used to, what your body may be used to. So that's the most common thing you got to be careful of. Even
Okay.
the
So,
salads too. The salads are washed in their water, so you can't have those.
okay. So we just have bottled water all the time, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
Well,
brother.
bottled water, beer, you know, rum, the Cuban rum, things like that. You can have alcohol, but you can't have ice in your drink.
Okay. What about boiling the water?
Yeah, you can do that. You can boil the water. That will be no problem for you.
Okay. Thank you, bro. I've got two more questions now. Should brothers travel alone or in a group to Cuba? And tell me why.
I've been to Cuba by myself. My friends flaked on me. It's more interesting when you go as a group because you meet more girls. I mean, more women that way. It's you go to more parties, and then like it basically is just the appearance, right? If you're in a group environment or a club environment and you're by yourself, it kind of it looks weird, right? So it's just better to travel in groups. You can split the cost of like maybe renting out a house or an Airbnb that is a house, or getting a suite, which is always cool. And then you can just bring people over, and you can have people watch your back. You have someone around you in case there's a fight breaks out or an argument or a disagreement work happens. You know, it's better to roll in groups. Two people is good. I always roll with two people minimum.
Okay. Thank you, bro. And last question is Cuba safe for black men in general?
It is safe for black men. I've never had a problem. I've been going there for the last 10, almost 15 years, except for this COVID stuff, which kind of kept me out of there for almost 3 years now.
Okay.
I never had any problems, but then again, I go dressed clean. I don't act up. I'm not having arguments with people, so I've never had a problem.
Fantastic, brother. Thank you very much, brother, for taking this call. This has been a great, fantastic live stream. Have anything else you want to add before I open up the phone lines that is important?
Mm, at this moment, I don't think there's that much I can offer or anything else I have to say. Uh, yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. You asked me all the questions, and your people asked me all the questions as well. So I'm pretty. I think you guys are well informed. You can always come back to me at another date and time, and I can help you out if I'm available.
Okay.
I
Thank you,
am
brother.
traveling out. I am traveling out in the next couple of days. I'm going out to Thailand, so you might have to wait until I come back or adjust your time to my schedule.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Shout out to the Seattle Sideshow for the $5 super chat. He says, make sure you brothers wear those G-Unit sneakers, Echo shorts showing trousers, 2004 ATL snap. Man said 2004 ATL snapback and two-step to grinding by Pharrell when you approach. That's a tune though. I remember grinding clips, right? Clips and Pharrell grinding off that
Yep.
Lord Willing album. That's a sick song, man. You know that song, right, bro?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I know the song.
And I think there's also Virginia by Clips, another banger. Yeah, that's hilarious, man. Shout out to the Seattle Sideshow for support on the channel with a very funny super chat, man. That's hilarious. Man said 2004 ATL snapback. Hey, thank you, brother. So before I open up the phone lines, brothers, the Facebook group is here. I'm currently accepting new people on the Facebook group. So feel free to join the Facebook group. And if you join the Patreon as well, I will send you a special link for you to join our exclusive high value mode Discord server. I'm also on Instagram as well, so please follow me on Instagram. Send me a DM, and we'll speak one on one. If you want to know updates about my channel, stories, photos, videos, images, follow me on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter as well, brothers. So if you're on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter. Please send me a DM on Twitter. I will get back to you. Please retweet my tweets, my videos, my photos, just so we 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 uh, we get brothers, we get new brothers into the international passport movement, and we share the knowledge around. Okay, it's very important we share this channel around. Let me put you on mute, Christopher. You're too close to your mic. I'm also on the Cash App, brothers. So please Cash App anytime. Even today is a great time. That's open 24/7. Please support the channel. And I'm also on the Patreon as well. So if you want to hear the explicit version of this live stream regarding how Cuban women are in the bedroom, what you need to do to attract Cuban women, what they like in the bedroom, etc., and even more valuable intel that we did not cover in this live stream. Here's a link to that specific Patreon post that me and Christopher did last week. Please feel free to join the Patreon there. Now, I want to get you brothers into IT as soon as possible. IT is a booming field, and I know that field very, very well. So please join the Patreon, right? And when you join the Patreon Diamond tier, I will personally be your mentor. I will be having frequent phone calls, frequent frequent meetings regarding your IT career, whether it's you want to get into cybersecurity, system administration, Linux administration, Windows Server administration, data science, Python coding. I know it all. So please, I want to get you brothers into IT. So please join the Patreon Diamond tier and let's get you brothers into IT as soon as possible so you can start remote working from Cuba, from Colombia, from whatever country you are in the world, while you're making American dollars and living like a king abroad. So please join the Patreon. If you wanna listen to any explicit X-rated intel that you will not find on my channel, that's only on the Patreon. So please join the Patreon. Press a 2 in the chat. Press a 2 in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon after the stream. Press a 2 in the chat if you will be joining the Patreon after the stream. Okay, so now, brothers, call in and let's get the live stream questions popping. Okay, call in, brothers. Please feel free to hit the super chats, hit the cash apps. That'd be greatly appreciated. The link to the Patreon is also pinned. I will now be pinning the corner link. Feel free to get some water, Christopher, or some food.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some water.
Okay. Corning brothers. call in. Wow, what a stream. Great stream. Call in, brothers. If you can't call in, super chat or cash up your questions. Pardon me. Call in. If you can't call in, cash up or super chat your questions. Let me type in Kanye West, Justin Bieber boots. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Kanye West, Justin Bieber. Boots. Jesus. Those are some ugly looking alien boots. My God. Man's got a Dragon Ball Z. You know when Goku has those boots he wears in Dragon Ball Z? This is some next gen stuff, man. All right, brothers, call in. If you have any questions, if you don't call in within the next 5 minutes, I will end the stream early. Okay, call in. We got over 55 people. Don't be shy. We don't bite. We're not vampires. We're not Dracula. Call in. Christopher has taken his time out to do this incredible stream. So call in, please. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Call in, right? Call in, brothers. Dun, 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 dun. Sun in the sky. You know how I feel. Sun in the sky. What would I do? What would I do? Okay, the field view. I see you, brother. Confirmed. Thank you, bro. Let me bring in the field view.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
I'm doing loud and clear, brother. How are you keeping?
Pretty good. I'm just chilling, hanging out, and trying to figure out what's going on with these Cuban women. Yeah, no, it was a great stream. Thanks for your time, and thanks for giving us the intel, brother.
No worries, man. Christopher James, are you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm still here. I was on mute. Yeah, I'm still here. No problem. To help people. I wish somebody had helped me out when I first decided to go out to Cuba. I learned everything by the basics.
Fantastic. The field view. Do you have any questions for Christopher?
Yeah, I have three main ones, and one of them kind of goes back to my super chat question. I was curious about if you had been around Cuban Americans, and did they give off like a different vibe, or was it like similar?
No, they were completely different. They just got like sucked into the culture. They had attitudes toward blacks. So I played ball in New York when I was in high school. So I lived in Harlem, and a lot of them, the ones that were like typically born there, had like very stereotypical hatred. I don't know how to say it without swearing, but they had very garbage attitudes towards blacks.
Anti-black. Okay.
Basically, yeah, they were very stereotypical. I mean, New York is a big place. I'm not saying they're all like that, but the ones I ran into, they weren't too friendly.
Okay. I was curious about how long it took you to get a hold of Spanish. Actually, was that you said you were watching some YouTube videos, and I didn't like. I've seen some YouTube videos online, but I know. Did you just like pick it up and like while you were going there intermittently? Did you end up sharpening your skills, and was it like the right dialect? Did you learn the right Spanish online?
Well, there is like mainly only the two levels of Spanish, the European Spain kind of Spanish, and
Yeah.
then the Caribbean kind of Spanish. They're basically about the same. You just have to remember that there's a masculine way of pronouncing words, and then there's a feminine way of pronouncing words. Usually, the feminine way has like an A at the end, so it's pretty easy to figure out. YouTube. It did take me about 3 months. I used flashcards and stuff like that. It was really important to me. You know, the Spanish language is one of the fifth most spoken languages on the planet. I believe the last time I checked, so it is a good language to learn, even if you're not planning on going out to like Cuba or any Latin-speaking countries. It's an excellent language. So,
Oh yeah,
I,
no, I definitely plan on going. You said it was really similar to Spanish in Spain. Was it like have you been to Latin America? Was there a massive difference there, or like would it be workable or usable everywhere?
Spain and Europe, I wasn't purposely trying to go out to Spain,
Yeah.
but it is kind of the same. I had conversations with people. I eavesdrop on people when I was on the train and stuff like that, or the underground, or
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they call it again. Yeah, so there was very little differences between the way I spoke and the way they spoke. Just some key words or dialects because there's some cultural differences because they're in Caribbean culture and it's warm.
Yeah.
And then the Spanish one, there's a lot of you know, um, I don't know how to say it, like stuff towards cold and things that they don't talk about in like the Caribbean, like winter
Okay.
and
Okay. So just region
snow.
specific linguistic differences.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that's pretty much all I had.
Okay, thank you, the field view. Appreciate you, bro, for the super chat earlier on. Thank you very much for your support, brother.
Yeah. No problem.
Awesome, bro. Let me bring Seattle Sideshow. Can you turn your camera on in the background, please? Just so I know you're not a troll. Yes, confirmed. Thank you, bro. Let me bring in Seattle Sideshow, the brother with the cowboy accent.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How you doing?
I'm doing
Good,
good,
man.
bro.
But yeah, hold on, y'all. Let me mute my music real quick. I had to order my G-Unit sneakers.
Yeah, you got some crazy background noise going on there, man. It's like someone's playing the tambourine or something, bro.
Oh
What
yeah,
you on, bro?
my bad. I was listening to some music while I ordered my G-Unit sneakers. Yeah, how we doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Hi. Do you have any questions for our guest today, Seattle Sideshow?
Yeah, but the field view, he pretty much asked the general question that I was going to ask about the whole U.S. perception versus the actually in Cuba perception. Because I do know from my experiences, actually, when I was in San Diego, I had met a lot of Cubans out there, and I knew my barber was actually from Cuba, and he had told me actually that he feels that Mexicans have a stronger culture and family unit than Cubans do. Interestingly, he said that a lot of Cubans, even he said it, that Cubans are more Americanized even compared to Mexicans. But that's how he put it. He had lived in Miami for a while, so I was actually going to ask you about that. How much do you know about the Cuban culture, I guess, on the family level, the deeper level than just tourism, if you're familiar with it at all?
Oh, it's kind of an intense question, but I do know that he is right. Cubans are more naturalized because towards American cultures, just because it's something that they don't have, and because they don't have it, they kind of want it more than most people. I do have Mexican friends, El Salvadorian friends, and yeah, they do have a good culture, but they all are Americanized. My Mexican friends are pretty much the only ones that I usually chill and hang out with and go to dinners and lunches with. I do that with all my Latin friends, but my Mexican friends are always up on point with that. They're always my brothers from another mother, I guess.
Okay, interesting. And also, I know down there, would you, just a real quick question, would you say there are more light skin or lighter skinned Latinos and Latinas down there? Like pit
Uh,
bull type shades?
yeah, you do like those would be like some of the German Latinas that I mentioned earlier. There was for a long time a lot of Germans out there. So, sorry, I mean not Germans, Russians. Um, so you do have a fair bit of like blonde-haired, blue-eyed, green-eyed Latinas and Latinos. You know, you do meet them at the clubs. They're always they don't have any attitude like they're better than other people because they're light-skinned and they're lighter skinned and they have like a blue or green eyes when everybody's just like brown or black. I never ran into that kind of issue where they would talk negatively to me or offensively to me, but I know it does happen everywhere. You know.
Yeah, that's pretty much a theme. And I've even heard that in Brazil, that, the lighter you are, the higher
Yeah.
class or whatever. I mean, even Mexico to an extent, but that's a whole discussion that ties into the colonialism and all that.
Yeah.
So I guess those two are pretty much conquered. And I guess my last one would be, we spoke about Spanish a little bit. I did live in Mexico for a little bit, so I guess in general, what would your recommendations be on, getting that Espanol down, so that you can
Uh,
walk
you
and
well,
talk with the culture?
well, the best way for me to learn Spanish was like if I was playing ball or working out at home or in the gym. I would listen to like podcasts and YouTube videos, stuff like that. Everything's free online. You can just listen to the videos, and then they're very helpful. You can watch like cartoons or like children's programming. That's helpful as well. You can also watch the news. That's the way you're gonna get your adult educated Spanish lingo in by watching the news and other adult programming, telenovelas. I'm not sure where you said you were from in the U.S. You may have telenovelas. They're like soap operas and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm familiar with those.
Yeah.
Okay, how long did it take you in total? I'm not sure if you said that already, to learn your Spanish, or at least get from day zero to a speaking level.
It took me about 3 months because I have Spanish homeboys and I practice with them. But
3
even though when
months.
they weren't around, we would just talk out loud, read like magazines or online articles to practice my pronunciation, and that was helpful for me. And then you also have music too as well, right?
Yeah.
If when you're listening to a Spanish song, you can just what is it, SoundHound or Shazam it, and then you might get the English version. So that's kind of helpful as well. But you should just right now, if you're just beginning, just stick to like the YouTube videos, and then they'll help you with all your basic understanding. And then after that, you can just go to whatever kind of program you want: music, TV, cartoons, children's shows, things like that.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And lastly, you haven't been to Argentina, have you?
No, I was supposed to go to Colombia in a next couple 1 2 weeks, but we decided, me and my group, we decided to go to Thailand and to the Philippines and Vietnam.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you on that one. All right. Well, thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, great questions there, Seattle Sideshow and the Field View. Thank you, brothers. Let's see. Yep, go on the Field View. Go on, brother.
Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback off of what Seattle was talking about. Actually not what Seattle was talking about, what the guest was talking about. That's actually how I polished off my Japanese skills. I know this is obviously not a Japanese stream, but um, like after learning the basic grammar, just like taking in more entertainment is a really good way of flexing the sort of mental muscles that you need to be able to recall that information whenever it's necessary.
Okay, bro. Can I ask what books? Oh no, I think I asked you already. What books? Well, actually, what book did you use to learn Japanese?
It was a book called Minna no Nihongo.
Yeah,
Um,
that was it.
it's hold on, I'll put it in the chat. But it was like a business. No, no, it was like a business textbook, and like I had like a special teacher when I was in high school that basically taught me like 4 or 5 hours a day, every single day, and it was just like pure grammar and vocabulary. And then I had intermixed in. She put me in like standard Japanese classes, so I was going to history class in Japanese, and I was going to like science class in Japanese. So basically, I was just getting like native input while I had the foundation of the actual language. So yeah, that sounds like a good idea for learning Spanish. Awesome.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, brothers. Appreciate the field view and Seattle Sideshow for their questions. Brothers, feel free to call in. There's a lot of space on the panel. If you can't call in, please cash up and super chat your questions, or else we'll end the stream early. We're at 2 hours now, and you know me, I like to pick quality over quantity. I won't drag out a stream if no one wants to contribute any further. Call in, brothers. Call in or super chat your questions. Don't be shy. We don't bite. And make sure, can you please comment on the video when I drop it out, when I end the stream? Please, comments are very important for videos. The algorithm picks it up and promotes it to other brothers who need this information. You know, we want to get more educated brothers on this international passport movement. So please comment on every video. That'd be great. Thank you. If you have any questions, call in or cash app or super chat your questions. Four more minutes. So we're at 2 minutes. We're at 2 hours, 1 minute. 4 more minutes for anyone to call in, or I'll end the stream early. Cash app or super chat your questions. Christopher, you got anything else to say, bro?
Not right now. Already. It isn't like the first couple of shows I've done.
Okay. I will say, brothers, if you want to hear the explicit version of this stream, that's only on the Patreon. There's a lot of swearing there. There's a lot of explicit intel there, but that's what the Patreon is for. Things that you won't see on my YouTube channel because it's too X-rated. A lot of swearing, a lot of explicit content is only on the Patreon. And I think you need that intel because if you go out there and you don't know what Cuban women want in their bedroom, or you know what they like, or what you can do to them, etc., you're going to be like a wandering fool in the desert in the Star Wars movie, you know. So make sure you call in. Shout out to Jonathan Hahn for the $4.99 super chat. Looks like we ran Dara off. Definitely was just a troll. Yeah, indeed. You chose, man. Go away. Why is it when brothers wanna come together and speak about changing their lives, these trolls don't want that? It's because they want you to contribute to the simp economy. Spend all your money on useless women, take her out and she won't even give you the box. F off, you stupid trolls. Shout out Jonathan Hahn, 4th time he's super chatted in the stream. That's love right there. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you, bro. Go on the Seattle Sideshow. Go on, bro. Oh, sorry. Go on the field view. Sorry, brother.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's cool. Right, so I one of the questions I had, it was just a quick one. What beaches did you go to, and was the atmosphere like similar to what it looks like when people are like posting YouTube videos of like the beaches in Sao Paulo or something like that? Was it like packed or what was the atmosphere at the beach? I can't remember if you talked about that. I was away from the live stream for a minute.
I didn't talk about the names of the beaches because we met some decent girls, and they took us around. We just basically jumped in cabs from 10 a.m. to around 5 p.m. that same day, and they took us a lot of places. The beaches weren't packed because it is an ocean-like country, so the beaches, there was like a lot of wind certain days. So it was kind of like you can sit there, but it's the same temperature as the rest of the area, except for the
Oh,
fact that you're in your bathing attire, your shorts, and girls in a bikini and stuff like that.
yeah.
That's the only difference between the beaches and just beyond being on the block is the way you're able to dress.
Okay. So would you say people are more jaded to it? They just,
Yeah.
since it's an island, they can go to the beach anytime, and they're not trying to flood into it.
Yeah, because the beach is like I guess where you'd have like San Diego or those areas. The beach is like really close to where they live and work, and then they can go to the beach anytime. So you don't really see too many people at the beaches, and you don't get those kind of beach activities that you would in America, where people are playing volleyball or soccer or football, tossing the football around, or barbecues and stuff. I don't know if they still do barbecues on certain beaches, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
don't
they
get
still do
really.
that.
They don't really do that at these beaches. These beaches are quiet. People are just out there relaxing. They're on their what do you call them? The beach blankets. Uh, you might have some kids running around. You have like those parasol things, the umbrellas, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, and then that's about it. You don't really get too much like the American kind of beach culture.
Oh, okay. Wow. No, I didn't expect it to be that laid back. I was expecting something a bit more lively, like how you would see it. And I mean, I've never been to Brazil, but I would expect it would be something like super packed and lively with activities. But now they just going to the beach to lay out. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that, the field view. Go on, Seattle Sideshow.
Yeah, speaking of beaches, I pretty much wanted to ask, are there a lot of tourists there? Like, is it packed with other tourists, or is it more so the natives there? Like, if you want to run some game, is it, are you walking past streams of tourists like Italy and Spain and all that, or is it more so natives?
Me, I typically stay in the local part of the city where there's very few tourists there unless they speak like full on Spanish. I run into a lot of people from Spain and from South America. I don't really run into tourists. Veradero, everybody's gonna try to get you to Veradero, but you go out there, they have garbage, wannabe American food. You're running into way too many tourists, and I'm not like talking like the healthy ones. I'm talking about the ones you'd see at Walmart. So
Damn.
I never been to Veradero. I don't go to any tourist spots in that place. I was told by so many people that those are like horrible, horrible places to go, because not only are you just hanging out with the people you could hang out with in your own neighborhood, right? You're hanging out with kind of like the bottom end people who saved up for like a year to go, and they just brought their attitudes with them, the same kind of attitudes that they had at home. They're bringing them with them to the beach and to another country. It's not really a good kind of situation when you run into those type of people. They kind of they'll do things that will ruin it for everybody.
Okay. And do you need to know Spanish to approach? Would you say?
No, no, it's just good. I learned Spanish. It's just because uh, I'm just kind of paranoid, so I don't want people just talking about being another language. And also it helps me read the signs as well. There are a lot of there's the signs, there's magazines, there's people talking like on the radio, things like that. I always want to know what's going on around me. The more information you have when you're traveling, the safer you'll be, because you won't have that many problems with people around you, women who just drift off into another conversation. It does happen a lot. I experience it a lot, like when I'm out in Asia, where people will just switch to another language. They will just switch to another language. The French do it a lot too. French in Canada, French in Europe.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Seattle Sideshow. Thank you to Field View. Thank you very much, brothers, for calling in. Thank you to every brother who super chatted tonight, who cashed out tonight. I hope to see new faces on the Patreon this coming days and today when I finish the stream. Everyone, please comment on the video when I drop it on my YouTube channel. It's very important that you brothers comment for the algorithm. Thank you very much, Christopher, for your time this evening. It is much appreciated, bro. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. That's no problem. You know, I'm always willing to help out. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. All right, brothers. Look after yourselves. Have a great upcoming week. Make sure you join the Patreon. I'll post a link to it here as well. Join the Patreon, brothers. You know, very important that you do. Here's a link to it here, and look forward to having one-to-one calls with people who join the Patreon and those who will take advantage of the benefits. So thank you, brothers, and I will see you, brothers, on my next live stream. Okay, see you, brothers. Thank you.